recently bought everything I need to go E85. Pretty much switching this entire setup along with the whole fuel lines and everything all the way to the back to the fuel pump. Gonna go with everything that's, you know, all new stuff, just because, you know, since everything is 20 some years old, almost 20 years old, I figured might as well go all out and just buy everything. So if you're gonna be doing E85, this is pretty much what you're looking at into buying. And I'll go through everything here, you know, one by one, just so you guys understand what I bought. I mean, I kind of went all out. You don't have to do everything that I did. You would run hardline instead of, you know, what's it called, braided line, which might save you a few dollars, actually a few $100s. I'll probably link everything in the description, just so everybody, you know, knows where I got everything at. So what I have here is the heart, which is ID 1000s. I bought these secondhand off some guy on Craigslist for like 300 bucks, which I thought was a good deal at the time. And then to go along with it, I started buying bulkhead fittings for the fuel pump assembly. So these come right off the top and they, you know, go sideways. I got two, one for the breather and one for the return and one for the feet, I mean. And then you got these that connect to the bottom of it. So they go some like that on there. And these connect to the hard lines inside the tank, the fuel tank. Second, of course, we have the Walbro 450. This my tuner recommended. I was gonna go with an external fuel pump, but he said that this is, you know, E85 compatible and it flows pretty damn well. Not to mention that it's not too loud. And it also came with, let me open this up, sorry guys. It also came with the install kit and some E85 compatible hose. And then for to mount this, I'm just gonna use some, what do they call it? Some stainless steel clamps, simple stuff. And then here we have a radium 10 micron stainless steel fuel filter. Now this was supposed to be a really, you know, this is probably one of the most expensive things, to be honest. I just didn't want to cheap out on the fuel filter or the injectors. Anything that's like really vital to the engine, I didn't want to cheap out on. So here we have a fuel, what's it called? The fuel filter holder. And I bought it off eBay, it was like 10 bucks. It was pretty cheap and it's built really nice. It's got some rubber so, you know, it doesn't bang around. I'm probably gonna mount it right underneath the car, if not more towards the side of the engine, just somewhere that's, you know, ease of maintenance. So, because I gotta open that up every now and then with the 85, you have to clean them out. Then I got some injector clips. These are made by Clean Injection. Really good customer service, because these were not listed. I kind of contacted them and was like, hey, can you guys make EV1 connectors to standard, EV1 I mean to standard Nissan, if you can see that, to the Nissan pigtail. So you got the female and the male. So that just makes it, you know, a little bit cleaner. So no splicing, none of that. I have a wiring specialties harness. Felt kind of bad cutting that up. And here are the, whatchamacallit, in regards to the fuel rail, I bought this Chinese, you know, $80, whatever. I don't know if it probably is Chinese, but I don't know. It feels nice. It's anodized black. It was like 80 bucks, 90 bucks on eBay. And, you know, I just don't see the point in spending $200+ on a fuel rail that's, yeah, it's radium, you know, like the radium one, for example. It's really nice, great construction, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're paying for, you know, a piece of tube with a couple holes in it. It's not much functionality here, but, you know, that's just me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love spending the money when I have it, but for something like this, I just, you know, I'm a college student, so I don't have the extra funds. So this is what I got, and it looks pretty nice. It came with a, you know, this kit here to attach it to the Gretty or, you know, Freddy style manifold. So it's got, you know, the spacers, a couple washers, O-rings, and these that go on the standard what's it called, manifold, intake manifold. And then it came with -6 what do they call, feed, and yeah, so they should pull right up. These fittings here are, these two go to the fuel filter, one on each side. They are 10 AN ORB to 6 AN feed. So just to, you know, if you can run 10 AN line all the way through, I just figured 6 AN was more than enough. I got 3 of those because my fuel pressure regulator, the Aeromotive, has a 10 AN ORB, and then it's got the 6 ORB to, which is for the also for the Aeromotive. It's got 2 of these, I believe. That's what I got. 2, yeah. These are made by Boostech. They're pretty affordable and they're really good made. They come with what's called Viton, whatever they're called, O-rings. I mean, because the E85 is, you know, as you guys know, it's 85% alcohol and 15% gasoline, if I'm not mistaken. And that pretty much just chews up anything that's standard rubber or isn't compatible. So I also went ahead and bought this kit of Viton O-rings, so wherever I need them, I can just use them. In regards to the fuel hose, I bought this. It came from China. Don't be scared though. It was pretty. I think I paid $120, I believe, for this whole setup here, and it's PTFE hose, nylon braided hose. Really nice stuff. I don't know if you guys can see in the inside there. Let me see if I can focus. There we go. So it's got a stainless steel outer. Well, it's got a nylon outer braid, then a stainless steel inner braid, and then the PTFE plastic inner braid, which that stuff supposedly can be submerged and nothing happens to it with the alcohol. It won't deteriorate or anything like that. I think this is 32 feet. So I went ahead and bought a little extra just because I also have a Merker, which I'm planning on doing E85 soon too, so I figured might as well buy a little extra. Moving on, we have some Gates rubber hose. This is the Gates, it's got the number on it, and it's supposed to be 27097. This is sold by the foot, and it's supposedly submersible E85 hose. I spent like, I don't know, a whole day researching which hose to use in the tank so I can connect, you know, the bulkhead fittings with the barb to this, so I can connect it to the standard hanger. And I spent like a fucking whole day just researching what hose to use, because everybody has mixed opinions on what they should use, and you know, standard rubber deteriorates, so everybody's on the forums, I don't know, everybody just fills your head up thinking, you know, if you run standard hose that isn't approved, that, you know, your engine's pretty much gonna blow up. So I just figured, fuck it, go with the Gates, which, you know, on their website has a year warranty, something like that, and it's proven. Next we have some of these eBay, what are they, like 11 millimeter inner diameter, I mean, what are they called, the fuel line separators, just because, you know, I'm baller like that, so I want it to look nice, because, you know, might as well, if you're spending this much money, spend a little bit more. Those were like $15, I think, a little bit less. Okay, here I got the fittings. I bought a kit. Same guys that sold me the PTFE hose, you have to buy the same, you know, from them as well, because these are made for that hose exactly. Pretty nice construction. Not much to say about them other than they feel tight, they're not loose. And it comes with, you know, a couple 90s, a couple 45s, you know, some 60-degree ones, some straights. So this is pretty much everything I need. These are also, you know, 6. And I also went and got the, obviously I'm going to do an oil change soon. I got the Optima relocated in the back. That's an amp, don't worry about that. I'm going to get rid of that soon. And I also went ahead and did a rewire for the fuel pump. So you got a relay and, you know, with a fuse that connects to your positive, and then you got it running all the way back to your standard, you know, fuel hanger here, which connects to the white and the yellow there. But really good stuff. I'll post up probably a sheet of, you know, how to do it if you guys are interested in doing a rewire, because, you know, standard wire, just, you know, it's small and can't feed a 450. So I went ahead and did that in preparation for it. Let me see what else. But the car inside, I've kept it mostly stock since you guys have last seen it. This is pretty much the interior. I have an S14 steering wheel, glow shift gauges in the top, boost and water, and then I got a AM wideband. And then that, oh, it's just my dog. Anyway, and that's, yeah, that's pretty much the interior of it. And oh, and I also bought a flex fuel badge, because, you know, you're not cool unless you have one of these. you're not running flex fuel unless you have one of these. So also got one of those. But yeah, guys, since I did my head, the head work on it on my last video, I put 1,000 to 2,000 more miles on it, and with 93 octane, I got it tuned by Martin at he's one that does the RS Enthalpy tunes up in Tampa. So he tuned it for me and made 430, and I've been driving it since. It's a great car, reliable, great power, honestly, for what it is. But I just, you know, wanted to run E85. I've always been curious about it, and you know, all the good things are, you know, you can run higher timing, less detonation, colder burn. It just, the whole motor's gonna run better, cooler, and it's just more efficient. Obviously the gas mileage is gonna drop, but that's, you know, that's just one little side effect, no big deal. But yeah, guys, if you guys want more updates, or, you know, interested in what I got going on, I'm pretty new to YouTube, but I want to get more and more into it. I'll have an update of, you know, the numbers, and when I go to the dyno, it should be probably next week. But hopefully I make 450 without blowing my transmission, because, you know, I'm on the stock sr20 transmission, really pushing my luck on it. But yeah, guys, subscribe, like my video if you want, check them out, check out my other ones. Sorry for the terrible editing, I'll say that ahead of time, but it is what it is. I'll get better as I go through. But anyway, cheers, guys.